starter versus being named a starter in the middle of the season versus playing in a backup role? How does it feel different for you, and does it give you a little peace of mind knowing your job is kind of secure here?
Yeah, it definitely feels way different. Coming in today, just knowing I had the opportunity to just go out there and play freely and have fun and not worry about all the mistakes I'll make. Kind of showcase that practice today. It was a way better practice. Just was out there just slinging the ball and not thinking about other things. So I think coming in as a starter definitely gave me an advantage of, just how I practice and things like that.
And can you just talk about now finally, seeing that the season feels close? You've had this whole off season, a lot of talk, but now being able to go on the field.
Yeah, it's amazing. Doing the off season, doing summer workouts and all of that. We're building a team. I'm looking at the teams doing well. Everybody's competing in the summer workouts and all of that. But now it's time. Now, first day of fall count, we actually get to go out there and play football against the defense and shoulder pads, helmets, and all of that. So it's kind of it's eye opening right now. The season's coming by so fast. We're a month away, so I'm just excited to see what this team is going to do for sure.
Well, what was your off-season focus? Was there something about yourself that you, or one or two things you wanted to get better, you wanted to change about yourself?
Right. Definitely gaining weight and also just decision making, going through the reps and stuff like that. But weight was a big factor between me and my strength coach and the coaches, and was successful in that this past off season. Put on 15 pounds, so happy about that. And then just decision making. Last year kind of put my team in the hole last year. Making mistakes at certain moments, but just going back and watching film and correcting that stuff. So.
You mentioned it. What was it like being out on the field, kind of first time with this full team of what you guys will have on Saturdays this year?
Yeah, I mean, it was great. Just going out there, everybody looked good. And it showed from the first period. The tempo period we do to start our practice every day. Everybody looked good right there. Everybody pushing the tempo. You don't see nobody pouting about how fast we're going on like that. So it was just it was exciting to see everybody out there having fun.
It's a mix between some new weapons and some familiar faces. Can you just talk about, how you were feeling with your options?
Yeah, I mean, I felt really good about it. Each and every play, I felt confident in just going to anybody on whatever play Coach Lashley called, just going to any weapon on the field. Matt Hibner had a great day. Yamir, Jordan Hudson, Melo, everybody had a great day. So just getting the balls in their hands and building confidence in them. I think that's the main focus on this fall camp right here.
How do you feel like the offense might be different this year, whether it be having a full offseason to kind of go through the playbook with Coach or review last year, or just kind of new wrinkles that you guys can add in?
Yeah, I see a lot of similarities right now, but just getting more in the playbook with everybody. Everybody knowing the playbook, not just knowing their route, but knowing everybody's route and how they'll get everybody else open. I think that's the main focus of right now. And just me communicating with Coach Lashley, because he always asks me, if you don't like it, let me know. Just being transparent and honest with him and just letting him know what I like and what I don't like.
After summer workouts, Coach Grizz talked about Romelo's vertical.
Right.
He made another leaping catch early in
Yeah.
practice today. First, what's it like having a guy like that you know that if you get it kind of around his area,
Right.
he's able to get it? And what's it like kind of finding those things of your different receivers of, what they're good at and kind of how you can work with that to have that production?
Yeah, it's a great feeling, having somebody that's jumping 40-plus out there, just putting the ball in his facility, knowing he's going to make a play. And, like, in the tempo drill, put the ball in his facility, he went up and grabbed it. I don't know how, but he did. So it's great having a guy like that. And also just, it's starting the offseason, just learning the strength of every receiver, working with them, like, on the side and all of that. So that's where it really starts. And then, fall camp, we should know about then, and it shows up there.
Kev, what have you done personally, whether it's spring ball, whether it's summer workouts, starting out camp, to acclimate the freshmen, acclimate the transfers, bring this team together as the starting quarterback?
Yeah, I think honestly just building confidence in them, like talking them up and all that stuff like that, and also just competing each and every day at workouts. I like to talk trash a little bit when I'm competing with them, and I think it kind of like build courage. Like I can't let them beat me again. Just pushing everybody at that point, and it's kind of like build confidence in the team. Everybody's talking, everybody's getting along really well, and I think that's the main thing that helps this team gel together.
How much more comfortable are you doing that, being the incumbent starter?
Yeah, way comfortable. Last year, wasn't really a vocal leader. Was more of a lead by example guy, but I feel like this year I'm kind of like more vocal. Also lead by example, but a little more vocal this year.
Anything else?
Now, you made 4 or 5 elite throws in a row there toward the end of practice. Did you surprise yourself, particularly on the corner route, on that deep ball? Did you surprise yourself a little bit there?
I honestly did. You know, I think we had the same rep in 707 to Matt Hubner on the corner, and then they actually showing the team rep in the corner. So it's just, you know, it's a testimony to our hard work we put in. You know, just the connections we made, you know, prior before that. So
What's helped you get better the most in the offseason, do you think?
just going back and correcting the little mistakes I made. Honestly, you know, last year I feel like I could be a more polished quarterback, standing in the pocket, you know, delivering from there. So I feel like I found myself doing that more this year, just standing in the pocket and, you know, delivering the ball from there.